Hey everybody, it's Janine Sasso with Coldwell Banker. Today I am going to be answering some of the common questions regarding refinancing. So oftentimes past clients come to me and they ask, should I refinance? While this is not my entire forte, I wanted to share some common questions that I came across. So when it comes to refinancing, the rule of thumb is, let's see how much money you save on your mortgage payment over, a few years. This is really more a long-term view. You should be looking at your entire loan term and see if your refinance is actually going to benefit you. Not just to see if you're going to save money in 1 or 2 years by cutting down the cost, but look at the length of your loan and see if it makes sense. Then the other common question we do get is, well, can't the lender just drop the rate down to the market rate? And that depends. So if you actually have your loan with a lender that is servicing their own loans, you may have a chance of that happening. Most likely though, your loan will not be serviced by the lender. Therefore, it's another service provider. They have an agreement in place, and in that agreement essentially it says you cannot just cut down the rate. Sorry about that. And we run into when it comes to refinancing is, can I refinance and then rent out my house? So the answer to that one is most likely no. Just because you will be asked if you are intending to occupy the property, within a year you can change your mind, you can rent it out, but generally while you refinance, the question is, will you occupy your house as a primary residence? And most likely you will be saying yes, because your rate will be more favorable. So if you are not intending to occupy your property, yet you are saying you are, technically we're going into mortgage fraud. Different topic, don't want to go there, just so you know. What about no cost refinancing? So essentially your lender is taking care of the settlement cost and you are going to be paying a higher rate. Now with that higher rate, you really need to think about your future. Are you going to stay in the property a year, 2 years, 3 years before you move out of the state, downsize, whatever the reason may be? Then it might make sense to have a no-cost settlement option for you. Now, if you are intending to be there for the long term, 20 years, 30 years, this is your last home, you never ever want to move, that's fine too. Just be aware that maybe it's not going to make a lot of sense to be paying that higher mortgage rate just so you have no settlement cost. And last but not least, my least favorite one, but I wanted to address it. What if you feel like you've been bamboozled? If you just feel like, something doesn't feel right, you've had a friend of a friend recommend a friend of a friend and it just doesn't seem to work out, you do have recourse. So there's a lot of ifs with that one. If the property is your primary residence and if the lender is not the one servicing your loan, so you have then 3 days to rescind the transaction, get your money refunded on it. Make sure that you do it in writing. Make sure that you send it via registered mail, so they have to sign for it, so you know it was received. Again, this one goes more into a legal aspect and I do not partake in that, but generally the answer to that one is yes, there is recourse if. I hope that helped some of you guys with your common refinancing questions, and as always, if you or somebody you know has a real estate need, you can reach me at 847-754-1835 or just email me. My website is www.janinesasso.com, and I look forward to assisting you in the future.